Welcome to podcast time.
The last podcast of the week.
All right, so in the show today, we actually a lot of text messages.
We did, which is nice. And I know you guys, after the show, when you're hearing this podcast, you can still text in if there's something you want to answer that we talk about during the show, and we still see those. So you still send it to 877-2-RADIO-U and be involved with the conversation still.
We also talk GameStop, Pacific Rim, Cosmic Brownies, Uno the movie.
Yay.
Peloton.
No matter how many times we say Uno the movie, it still doesn't feel right.
Yeah, there's a lot of beard chatter, and I didn't even put it all in there. Political pillows, bedtime retaliatory syndrome. Is that what it was?
That is truly at the heart of what's going on.
And Nikki the drug mule.
That's right.
Which we found a potentially alternative muling system for her. I don't know if she's...
Instead of drugs, it looks like this will get me a lighter sentence that I don't mind worrying about, even though we didn't say it in the conversation. But when I was reading later about what she got in trouble, like her punishment, there was 12 months of what they called intense... How did they word it? Like they intensely watch her for 12 months as well. And they were very wordy about it. It's like they're serious about making sure she's not doing this again.
So it's not just probation.
It's not just community service, but it is like 12 months of here you'd be... What's the ankle bracelet? Like you would be watched and monitored that way, like house arrest.
Like house arrest.
Yeah, but for they're really watching her.
They're
for 12
stay away
months.
from plant stores, anything like that.
The whole 12 months she's monitored.
Well, you guys enjoy the podcast. Thanks so much for spending time with us.
Thank you so much for listening, and we hope you have a wonderful day.
And go blank.
Insert your favorite team that you want to win the Super Bowl there.
There it is.
Or you could just say, go team.
Go team. It's the Riot.
It's the worst of the Riot on RadioU.
You know what I love? That you can text to Nikki and I, whether we're here or not. Those texts, they're here.
Always coming in. Well, we always like to, because we're not in the studio like every hour of the day.
Not all the time.
So even when you text us in the evenings or afternoons when others are in, we can still get your messages.
Okay, so let's say hi to Ashley, who texted and said, "Good morning, guys."
Good morning, Ashley.
I watched the first two Mission Impossibles last night. I can't believe I've never seen them.
Hey. Hey, you're not even to the really good ones yet.
I know.
You're not even there yet.
So I'm thinking is like you're about to watch where it gets good.
Yeah, keep going.
Mission Impossible 2. Doves.
I haven't seen 1 and 2 in a while, but yeah, there's better to come.
My thought is I don't remember liking 2 very much. However, there is a line from that movie that, though I don't think I've said it around here much, I say it often, where Anthony Hopkins, who I thought was an inspired choice as the contact person for Ethan Hunt, he says, "Well, Mr. Hunt, this isn't mission difficult. This is mission impossible. Difficult should be a walk in the park." Mm-hmm. And so I don't know why, but that has stuck in my mind basically my whole life.
Well, Ashley, keep us updated as you get through the rest of them.
I mean, 3 is where J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot comes on board. Mission Impossible 3 is basically an episode of Alias, but it's good.
Keep going. Keep going.
And then you get to Mission Impossible 5, which is not just my favorite Mission Impossible movie, but one of my all-time favorite movies.
That one's amazing.
It's so good.
So again, keep us updated as if you're going to watch all the rest of them.
Andrew says, "Good morning, Riot. I'm catching up on the podcast for Thursday. You mentioned Lord of the Rings in IMAX, and if people were going, just wanted to weigh in. The moment I found out, I immediately purchased tickets. There was no hesitation or regret."
So you're going to go see that in IMAX then?
He's totally set.
Good.
Well, I hope that you have a great time. And remember, always keep us up to date on everything you're doing all the time.
Please. You could never text too many details. Like, we want to make sure we know everything that's going on.
Yeah, Ashley, I actually do want to hear
about the rest of the Mission Impossible
went. And Andrew, let us know how your IMAX experience goes this week. And I want to hear that too.
You thought they were bad live? Well, just wait until you hear this. The Worst of the Riot podcast with Obadiah and Nikki.
But last night, Nikki.
Yeah.
Last night, it was just a random whim. I was super tired, and I was like, it's too early to go to bed. I'm going to watch a movie.
Because sometimes when you're so tired, like you still can't, you're not ready yet.
Yeah.
Because then you'll just wake up during the night.
And so it's weird. I don't normally, Thursday night is not a night to watch a movie. Mm-hmm. That's not something I do. But last night I watched Pacific Rim.
Did you? The first one?
Yes.
How does it hold up?
Pacific Rim, it came out in 2013. So, I mean,
it feels older than that.
Does it really?
I don't know why, but it does.
See, to me, complete opposite. It seems like Pacific Rim couldn't possibly be that old. And it's like, no. It is.
It is.
2013. It's like, okay, sure. So I pop it in, and I think I liked it 10 times better last night than I ever liked it in the theater.
So it looks good still, or?
One, it looks fantastic. Two, when it came out, there were a lot of arguments about like, well, I don't like this performance or I don't like what they're doing here. Taking all the pressure off of all of that and just watching it, that movie is exactly what they wanted it to be. Like the performances from Charlie Hunnam and the guy that everybody likes, Idris Elba.
Yeah.
And
the definition of insanity is putting the riot on again and again and expecting a better result. It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
Oh, man. Had a conversation with a friend this morning, and I was like, hey, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. He's like, stock is not so good. And I thought he works at the store I stopped at, and I was like, what, do you not?
Is it like stocking the shelf? Like here, are we out of stuff? What are we doing?
You tired of not putting things on the shelves? I get it. Like, I totally get it. Nobody likes stocking. I get it. And no, he bought into GameStop.
Oh, he did with all the stuff? Aw.
Except he bought in when GameStop went way up.
Yeah.
And now it's down.
Of course. That's what's going to happen.
So he bought GameStop when it was running. Honestly, I can't remember if he said 300 or 500 a share. And I don't know how high it went, but it was either 300 or 500 when he bought it, and it's at 53 right now.
So there's a big difference. He should have gotten out.
He lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
So he said he wants to try to hang on to it. He's hoping he can get to where he only lost half his money.
Aw. Okay, so he lost his initial money in, or at the highest point did he lose all that?
He bought in at the highest point.
Oh, you can't.
And so it has drastically reduced.
Yeah.
And so he's lost a bunch of money on it.
See, that's the worst. That's why it's hard. With that GameStop, I mean, most of us weren't investing money that way. Going into it, and by the time you heard so much noise about it, it was almost too late for us.
No, it is too late.
Average people to get into it.
And that's the thing that's tough about it is that it's one of those things where, they kind of did this as we're attacking hedge funds. Mm-hmm. The other side of it is that while on the surface that looks really great, that benefited a certain amount of people quite a bit, but just like a hedge fund would. And so it almost became its own hedge fund, where it was like, oh, you guys are taking advantage of people, blah, blah, blah. Well, that initial Reddit run, a lot of those people made a whole lot of money. But then my buddy at the store, then
everybody else tried to get in, and we just can't do that.
And it's too late.
It's just too late.
And so everybody else is selling off their stock to people like him.
Yeah.
For big, big bucks. And as they're selling off their stock, the value's going down, down, down.
Oh, I don't know if it'll ever go back up, if that's possible. But so he's going to keep hanging on, keep waiting.
I just told him good luck.
Yeah. Oh, that's too bad.
I wish him the best of luck, but that's rough, dude.
Poor guy.
That is rough. And he is one of many.
So who are all jumping in.
Many. Yeah. So, a lot of people, I don't know what he'll say, but a lot of people will come out of this saying the stock market's a ripoff. And in some ways, maybe, but it comes down to kind of knowing how to do it and how to play it and how to whatever. And Reddit has gamed it. And to be clear, a lot of other people are gaming it. It's not.
It's just, to me, it's not the same as playing the lottery, but it's just the giving of the money where sometimes it's best if you just hold on to your money and you won't lose anything then.
Yeah,
better safer that way.
Wise investing, but that was. Well, I just wish him the best and all of you as well. But I'm looking, and that's actually kind of the big news today is that the GameStop stock
low it is
continuing to fall. Now, I mean, keeping in mind that if you bought GameStop at $5 or $6, which is what it was trading at a couple weeks ago,
sure,
it's still
higher,
doing very well.
But compared to the 300 that it was, then it's a lot lower.
Yeah, not so much.
It was bad enough the first time around, but now it's worse. Don't believe us? Just keep listening. You'll find out soon enough. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Well, I don't know how true this is. It might just be an idea that's getting floated. But Ron Klain, chief of staff at the White House, says that they are throwing around the idea of distributing masks to everyone in America.
I saw that coming in.
Like the government is going to send a mask to your house. Everyone's going to get one.
To make sure everybody has one.
Okay. Again, not being too mean here, but like, don't we all have one?
We all do. That would fall under the waste of money category, unless it was I could see our government being like, everybody gets a mask, and then they're putting in other things like to make this possible.
And we get road construction in northern New York.
It's just like, it's not just going to be the masks to the house. It'll be something else.
Well, I was just looking at
everybody has them.
Yesterday, I went to several stores yesterday.
Yeah.
Several different places, including like I had to stop and one of my headlights was out. I had to replace a headlight. And so I walked in and I got to the door and I was like, oh, I don't have my mask. So like I ran back, got a mask, went back into the store, opened the door. There's a big box of masks on a table that was like, please wear a mask while in the store. And I thought, gosh, is there even a point in me wearing my mask in here? Every store I go to, they have them setting out. And I thought,
oh, you meant could you just keep taking masks when you go into places? Because they're providing it.
Right. And then I thought, no, you know what? That's wasteful. Don't be wasteful. Bring your own freaking mask. Leave those masks there for people that actually need them. You have one right there. So I did my part to something, whatever. Then my thought was, when I read this, like, is this my privilege talking? That I go to places where they have masks, but are there lots of people going places where there aren't masks and they can't afford a mask? I don't know the answer to that question, but I will tell you, in my, quasi-rural whatever lifestyle, every freaking place I go
has them.
There's a mask right at the door.
See, I think it would be maybe more if you signed up to one, like if you wanted one, but it just seems too late because most states, you had to have them at this point already,
right,
for a lot of places. So that when I first heard, I thought, oh yeah, we're too late and it seems wasteful.
Well, I know I'm only saving them 50 cents, maybe $1, but like,
you don't need one.
Hey guys, I'm good.
That's why I think some way of saying I don't want 1 cent because I don't need it. I already have a ton of them.
And I mean, how about let whatever effort you were going to put into that, like put it into the vaccine. Or you know what? If you guys are going to do those checks again, just
put it into that.
Just put it towards the check fund.
Just add it to the stimulus thing.
Like just put it on that. Like
that would be a very expensive project.
Save a little money over here, spend it over here. It's how I got to do things in my house.
So it shouldn't be any different there.
Sometimes you got to make a choice, Well, whatever. You might be getting a mask in the mail. It seems really strange to me, but okay. Who am I? I'm just some stupid plebe. I don't know what it takes to save the world.
Hey, your input is valuable.
Yes, to no one.
This is RadioU's Worst of the Riot.
Who wants a cosmic brownie?
I don't think I liked those growing up, but I wouldn't say no to this.
Okay, Little Debbie has a brownie flavor called cosmic brownie. I don't like the little
brownie. Or you don't like the M&Ms or something?
Whatever that kid is they put on the top of it. I'm just like, brush them off.
Aw, that's the good part of it. That's the extra.
No.
Otherwise,
the brownie, brownie's the good part.
You're taking the cosmic part out of it.
Well,
then it's just a brownie.
I hate to break it to you. The cosmic part's a lie. There's nothing cosmic about that. In my mind. Now, in the hearts of Little Debbie aficionados everywhere else, they might be going, how dare you?
How dare you not like that part?
It's so cosmic, bro.
I feel like, though, that brownie's been around. It's been good old faithful cosmic brownie for Little Debbie.
Do you know what? Oh.
But I don't know if it's been anybody's favorite.
I got something I got to tell you later.
Okay.
So that being said, there is a new cosmic brownie flavored cereal coming from Kellogg's.
Earlier this week, we did an after show, which if you want to watch on our RadioU Riot Facebook page or our YouTube channel, we did a couple of new cereals, and we finally tried the Little Debbie oatmeal cream pie cereal.
Yes.
So this is the next one in that line. So it'll be the Cosmic Brownie Little Debbie cereal.
Very nice. So who wants some? We'll try it.
Of course we will.
We'll try it. I'm sure, you know what? I'm sure it tastes like every other chocolate-ish cereal on the market.
And sometimes chocolate cereals, I think it has a better success rate. So we'll see.
That's because at the end of the day, you're like, well, at least it's chocolate.
I know, right?
At least I can trust that.
It's going to taste better than some of the other stuff. So it's Kellogg's Little Debbie Cosmic Brownie cereal. And this will start in stores in May. So we have a little bit of time.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, you can watch our taste test from earlier this week, Nikki was talking about, at RadioU.com. And we tried the Fruity Pebble Brownie Bites or something.
We tried, it's not Fruity Pebbles.
Is it
It's
not?
Cocoa Puffs. And
Cocoa Puffs,
it's
okay.
the Brownie Crunch.
It was delicious.
Yeah, that's good cereal.
It really was. So, I mean, if they can get close to that, they'll be doing all right.
So, Mike, thanks for texting in. Good morning. I'll take one step further and I'll peel that top layer off of those brownies, and then he's good.
Nope. No.
Is that too far for you?
Yeah, it is.
And then David says, how dare you? It's so cosmic, bro.
It is cosmic,
So don't
bro.
take this stuff off the top.
I don't like, okay, give me the Little Debbie brownie, but it's got the nuts on the top of it.
Oh, what is that one called?
I
Just
think
brownie?
they just call it fudge brownie.
It needs a name.
I mean, to be clear, at the end of the day, like if you're
We'll
giving
eat
me
it
a brownie,
all.
like I'm good. Like, but this is just that we're living in a brownie world where they're everywhere and there are brownie choices.
So this you'll have to wait till May, though, for the Cosmic Brownie cereal.
You were one of the lucky few who missed the riot when they were live. Yet here you are.
I also like to live dangerously.
This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Mattel is now officially working on an Uno movie.
What do we do with an Uno movie?
Man, Nikki, just think of all the possibilities.
What?
Uno.
Do they have any, like, are they sharing
I'll be your draw four.
Are they sharing any of the script ideas, or what's it going to be about?
Well, they're teaming up with Lil Yachty. He's a hip-hop artist, if you don't know him. He says, I'm so excited to be a part of this film with Mattel. I played Uno as a kid and still do today. So to spin that into a movie based on the Atlanta hip-hop scene is really special. It's close to home for me. Okay.
So it's about that?
Well, his quote found at the end of the article is the only thing in the article that gives any context for the story.
So what's the other board game movies that they've done? Was it just the Battleship one?
Battleship.
Was that the only one?
And that's Hasbro.
Oh,
Does
that's
Hasbro own Mattel now? Maybe they do. I don't know.
Do we have any other card game ones? It's not like it's a heist sort of card game. This is Uno. It's a family game.
Well,
I'm
you know,
sure it can
maybe.
get intense, but at the heart of it, it's probably going to be a family movie.
yeah. No, but I mean, like, Hasbro announced that they were going to do this universe of films and characters and all that stuff. That hasn't materialized as of yet.
Well, they had a lot of ideas, and, money is tight for some of the industry when it comes to the COVID stuff and the ridicule I think they also had for some of the movies.
All right, Nikki, here are the other properties that are in development as films from Mattel. Barbie, that seems like a no-brainer.
Oh, I think they would already have Barbie stuff.
I mean, they have those direct-to-video.
Oh, so this would be like one in theaters, though.
Right, okay.
I see.
American Girl.
American Girl.
Same thing. Hot Wheels. That's kind of what Fast and Furious is, guys.
Pretty much just a big car movie.
Magic 8 Ball.
Uh-huh.
Major Matt Mason.
What's that?
I have no idea.
Is that a game or is it a toy?
I don't know. We'll have to Google it. Masters of the Universe, which
So
we
that's
know
He-Man?
we know that's a thing, the He-Man thing, and then the Viewmaster and Wishbone.
Is that the clicky thing? Mm-hmm. What's Wishbone?
I have no idea, but that Viewmaster thing, that actually was something like where it's a Viewmaster that's always been wrong, and when you look through it, you get sucked into the pictures, and you have a friend that like is stuck in there.
And you got to get back to your home, and you got to click through all what they don't realize is while you're clicking through,
It's
real
actually
people
happening.
inside. That could be a scary one.
So that's like never-ending story, but with a Viewmaster.
Yeah, that might work.
Okay, yeah, like there we go. We just solved that problem. Next.
Done. I don't think we can fix all those that they mentioned, but we can see one of those actually working.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't mention Barney.
Barney?
Yeah, the purple dinosaur.
Oh, all right. Well, that's what they're working on.
All right, come on. So, man, somebody today is getting up and their job is to plot out and potentially script the Magic 8 Ball film.
Yeah, that could be it.
That's their whole job. They're sitting down with a Magic 8 Ball going, Magic 8 Ball, is this movie going to be any good? No.
That is the crossover with
Ask
it.
again.
Now, we'll have to look through our text messages, but it seems like you guys have some opinions on some of these board games to movies that they have.
Well, I guess so.
We would give the Riot flowers to show our appreciation, but Obadiah's probably allergic. What isn't he allergic to? This is the Riot on RadioU.
What did we say we were going to talk about? Oh, all these text messages.
Well, we were mentioning that more information on a Uno card game movie has been released.
Yes.
So we don't know why, but
So Stacy says, I find it strange that G.I. Joe or the Little Green Army Men don't have a movie in the works or a movie already. Now, Stacy, of course, there are 2 G.I. Joe movies. The second one is better than the first. And I have heard that they're making a Snake Eyes movie, which is a G.I. Joe character. So it's like a spinoff.
I feel like we've heard that for a while, though. So is that still a confirmed thing?
I think they made it.
Remember, guys, sometimes movies, like, they're out there for 10, 12 years before they actually end up being made.
I don't know. Okay. Jason says there should be a Hungry Hippos horror movie.
Give it time.
All right.
I'm sure there'll be something. Micah texted in to say, because we were talking like, oh, what were some other games that turned into movies, and reminded us that there was a Clue movie, I guess, back in the day.
Yeah, I've seen that because it has the guy from Home Alone 2 in it. The guy who's the head, the concierge. What's his name? Roberts. No, it's not Tim Robbins. Whatever.
Tim Curry. That guy.
Yeah,
okay.
he's in that movie.
Is he good?
Yeah. I don't remember. I just remember it had multiple endings, and so I saw this one, and like if you see it at home, like they just stack the endings one after the other. But in the movies, you would go and you didn't know which ending you were going to get
When you go see it in a theater.
Isn't that amazing?
That's funny.
That's a great idea. So let's see. Bethany says, what about the one about the dog who solved mysteries? Isn't that Scooby-Doo?
No, wasn't that someone said when we were asking what is Wishbone, I guess Wishbone was a cartoon dog or something that would do like library adventures. Maybe that was the mystery one.
Okay, could be. And then Arthur says, what about Jumanji?
That counts too. That does.
But was Jumanji just a story? It was never an actual game.
But it was a story about a game.
Right, about a fictional game.
So what came first? Was there an actual board game?
I don't think so.
So then maybe this doesn't count.
Yeah, I don't know. I also
We take it back, Arthur.
The other, they did Jumanji, and then I'd never seen it before, but a year or two ago I watched it. It was like Zathura or something. It was basically a quasi Jumanji sequel about a board game that takes them into space. And the older sister was Kristen Stewart right before Twilight.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's weird how movies, they're all connected.
Now, again, I don't know how well an Uno movie, that's a card game, will pan out, but we'll see.
Yeah. Billy says, what about Clue? I guess Clue. That's one, too.
That one does count.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, they're working on games. Do you have a game you want to see made into a movie?
I don't really play a lot of board games, so not really.
How about Ticket to Ride?
Okay, I did like that game.
That is a lot of fun.
That is a fun one.
The Riot really wanted to do this live, but now they can play video games and eat rice cakes instead. This is the worst of the Riot podcast.
So the Super Bowl is on Sunday. Wasn't it last year that Peloton had was it a Super Bowl commercial where everybody was like, man, she looks like she's being trapped in a room by her husband?
I don't think that was a Super Bowl ad. Maybe not. I think that was just an ad that came out.
Maybe it was during college football.
Maybe it was the one where people really started to hate it. I remember watching it thinking, like, it's not the worst, but it was like, wow, the husband bought this for the wife, and it was such an honor that he would do something like that.
And now she has to use it, and she has to vlog her success.
Like to show the success of it, and it just did not, it hit something wrong, and people were just mad at it. But that was a while ago.
So I just want you to know that they are doing just fine. They just announced that they sold just in one quarter $1 billion
Worth of bikes?
Yeah, and they say that they're going to do 4 times that business in 2021. And this is where it gets crazy to me. They're saying that the real problem they're having, like, I feel like this is the problem with everything in the world. They can't keep up with demand.
They can't get enough out there?
No. They're like, more people want Peloton products than we can provide to them.
Well, they want bikes because you're not going to gyms. You're not going to classes in person for most places. So back in the start of quarantine, Peloton and the bikes and just workout equipment was hard to come by, and people were paying money for it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? They still are.
How expensive are they? Aren't they a couple of $1,000s maybe?
Let's see. Peloton. I have no idea.
Because it's not like the price has gone down.
Because
they're still selling so well. I don't think they have.
Okay, so Peloton Shop, the original $49 a month over 30 months, based on a full price of $1,895.
All right.
And then, wait, there's more.
Oh, there's more? Because you have to pay a monthly fee, too.
There's a monthly fee if you want to do their online classes and such, and that is $39. $39.
A month? You better be using that. You better be working out.
Wow. So, Nikki, they also have some, what do you call it? Bundles. So you can get some biking shoes.
Do they have a humble bundle?
You can get something, a foam roller.
Yeah.
To help you when it's over.
Well, here's what you need if you don't ride a bike already. You need a different seat, because the seat that they give you for most other body types is not going to be enough.
You don't think so?
So you need a padded seat. You got to buy the shoes, and you'll need the butt pads, like for your bottom. Mm-hmm. So you have to buy the shorts with that.
Okay.
Just again for the
I see people wearing those.
Who have to do these classes and ride this bike. If you're very athletic, maybe you don't need to.
Well, you know what? This is your chance to become very athletic. Get in line.
Because they're selling a lot of them.
To get yourself a Peloton bike.
That'll crash one day. Like they'll get to a point where everybody has one that wants one, but they're riding high right now.
That's right. Right now they're riding high. Well, they just do what video game consoles do. Everybody's like, well, we already have one. So we need a new one. Oh, yes, we've improved on the bike. Peloton 2.
They have to think about that. And maybe as a company, you're going to have to save some of that money, too, that's coming in now.
Rainy day fund.
Yeah, just for the future.
They're not doing that.
Of course they're not.
Right now they're like, well, we'll get another yacht so we can work from there.
Have you ever done a Peloton on a yacht?
We're going to let people that work from home, and, that's if they work, they work, and if they don't, they don't. We're all getting paid.
How to survive the riot. Do the complete opposite of everything they say. You're listening to The Riot on RadioU.
So, you know what? Like this time last year, I could still go to the store before I came in to do the show. So if Nikki and I were looking for food fight items or something, a lot of times I would go, and there were 2 stores near me, a grocery store and a Walmart, and they would both be open at 4:30, 5 a.m., and I could go in there and look for stuff.
No one else would be there. So that's why during, the other times this year, they closed that part down.
Well, here's what I was thinking is, do you think, okay, I can remember like my parents and even my grandparents saying to me like, boy, this all-day store, when I was your age, the store was open to 4 to 5 p.m. 2 days a week. And you got all your shopping done then, and shut up about it.
Is that how they actually sound, or are you exaggerating?
To my child brain, that's what I heard.
That's exactly what your grandparents sounded like.
So now, when I get old, the reverse will be, when I was your age, we went to the store anytime we wanted. All day, all night.
Well, yeah, I mean, it used to be fun.
No masks, no hazard suits. We just got what we wanted when we wanted.
Anybody remember how fun it used to be just to go hang out and go to the store at like 2 a.m?
Tell us again, Grandpa, about shopping at night.
Just to get snacks, because that's all you wanted.
Well, I'd go in and see your grandmammy, Nikki. We'd go in there, and I'd go to the store before that, and we'd drink Coca-Cola weird flavors. Now all there is dirty water and irradiated bread.
Oh, what to look forward to.
Oh, I'm really excited about it. But it did occur to me. I was like, man, because we still don't have the Coke Black. I went one other place yesterday. They didn't have it. And I started thinking this morning, I'll get it on the way. No, you can't. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's going to be my story.
When you get older.
Not that we can go to the store at night. Wow, I could never do that. It'll be, when I was your age. The airplane still flew through the air. Come on, Grandpa. A metal tube in the sky? Ridiculous.
I think ours will be like, when you would have to wait to go and have someone bring them all out to you, or you had to make sure you had enough to afford an Instacart order.
Okay, so what do you...
I feel like that'll be our story when we get older.
Like that we didn't have to, or that they don't have to?
That they don't realize that's how we had to go to the grocery store. Yeah, if we were lucky to even go.
We had to have people bring it out and put it in the car. I don't know. It's just a weird time to be alive.
Using advanced technology, we've digitized and transcoded Obadiah and Nikki into a purely digital format. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
So I guess I'm growing a beard. So I guess we've gone, we're starting to go through the period of time where we cross from, hey, I'm lazy, to, hey, I'm intentional.
Now you're doing it with a purpose.
Right. And so, I think it looks pretty good.
It looks great.
I hate the way it feels.
But that's why you got to do something about it.
No. It's not just on my face. I don't like the way the hair feels in my fingers. Mm-hmm. I don't like the texture of the hair.
But if you put beard oil on, it would be soft. It would soften the hair up.
I'm not convinced that I'm still going to like it.
Every beard guy is texted in saying, hey, that's all you need to do. They don't want you to shave, and they want you to keep growing it.
My buddy in Japan, I sent him a picture of it, and he freaked out. He's like, oh, my gosh, it's the best thing you've ever done. You have to have a beard.
Keep going.
He sent the picture to his mom, who immediately texted me. He was like, your beard looks fantastic. And I'm like, what is going on?
That's what we're all saying.
I know. So, the thing is, I feel like I'm moving up in the world. I'm becoming really good looking now. And so I just wonder how it's going to change me.
Oh my gosh. Will this change you personality-wise?
This will. I'm going to be confident.
Do you remember before Obi had his beard when he was kinder?
What if it's one of those things where it's as long as the beard stays shaved, I'm nice.
But now that you're growing it out.
If I let it grow it out, it's like evil, confident me.
Gets an attitude.
Yeah. Well, I want to say hey to Steve. We were talking yesterday about needing some beard oil. And I don't know what I've got myself into because I don't know who Steve is really. But Steve is a barber in Michigan, supposedly, who makes his own beard oil.
Oh, he does?
He sells it on Etsy. I bought one.
Hey. So you're going to try it out?
Yeah, sure. Why not? So if you want to see it for yourself, if you follow me on Twitter, just go through my ats there. And let me read you what it says here. This is our handmade beard oil, made with organic products whenever possible, no harsh chemicals, just natural oils, including hemp seed. Treat your beard right with Steve Areno's barbershop-tested beard oil.
Perfect.
Right.
When will it get here?
Because
you need it now.
Probably Monday or Tuesday.
That's not bad. Now, Annie just texted in and said, Obi, can we please get a social media picture of the beard? Do you want me to post one on our RadioU stuff?
No, just imagine it.
Well, no. Annie wants one. I'll take a real nice picture. Let's get some real beard attitude in it.
Okay.
And then I'll post it if you give me a few minutes and then head over to maybe RadioU Official on Instagram and RadioU on Facebook. I'll post them there.
Yeah. All right.
Sound good?
Oh, yeah. It's great. You guys, wait till you see this photo of me. You're going to love it.
There's the beard attitude right there. It's already here.
It's already here, guys.
Oh, my gosh. Before beard, Obi would have been all into it.
You know what? Maybe that's why I'm so tired. Maybe my body's just working so hard to grow this beard that it's like I'm exhausted.
What if your body, it's like an infection and it's fighting off the beard?
What if it is?
But you keep growing it, so it's just really tired from it.
Oh, crap.
Do you need antibiotics? Again for the
antibiotics.
Beard? You need more?
I still got like 5 more days of taking these stupid antibiotics.
Well, that's what's making you tired.
You're listening to The Riot. Let's all work together today to live life with the patience of a Nikki dealing with an Obadiah.
Gotta hang in there and get through it.
You're listening to The Riot.
There it is, Nikki.
Your picture's posted.
There's a picture of me and the beard I'm growing.
So if you want to see Obi's beard, RadioU Official on Instagram. Follow everywhere. RadioU Riot on our Facebook, and then our RadioU Facebook page, too.
Yeah. So I think it looks fine.
It looks great. I mean, what else can we do to change appearances at this point? I think it looks great.
Well, I looked into getting a diamond implanted in my forehead, but I couldn't afford it.
So you have to pass on that.
So it was like I had to come up with something else.
Well, outside of new glasses, that's all you got.
Yeah, and I
grow a beard.
I even looked at new glasses, and I just kept looking at them. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to look like me trying to be cool. You look at somebody like Jared Mark, the musician. He's got. Did we start playing a new song from him today?
No, not
it's
yet.
Okay, it's coming.
Oh yeah, well, today's Friday, so yeah, starting today.
Okay, so starting today. So that guy shows up in whatever he wears. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeremy from Crusoe, same way. He shows up, and you're like, that guy can do
effortless,
anything he wants, and it's like it's fine. I show up in anything other than a T-shirt, and it's like, who is this guy?
Does it look like you're trying too hard, even though you're not?
Yeah, yes, it does. So, with the beard, I'm just like, no, maybe.
But what if the beard changes your style?
And now suddenly completely. I can do a lot of things.
So now you can get new glasses, and it doesn't seem like you're trying, or you can wear something else, and it's not.
I don't know, Nikki, what if this is it? What if, I've been held back for years, and
you needed a beard.
This is all I needed. And once I did this, my whole life changed.
I think this is a new you this year.
It's totally new.
This is it. So keep going. Don't shave it.
I'm not. I feel like I'm getting close.
We're all invested in this.
I have to. I have. What are they? It's like this sensory thing where sometimes I just go crazy. And last night I was sitting there starting a movie, and I was like, I have had it.
You didn't want the beard anymore?
I was just like, I can't take this anymore. And I was like, shh, just calm down and watch the movie. Just calm
Everything's
down and watch
okay.
It. Just calm down and watch
Once
it.
Once you get the beard oil, you'll be fine.
You're in a safe place. You're in a safe place. Name 5 things you can see. 4 things you can hear.
Aww.
3 things you can smell.
Well, everybody put some encouraging, supportive words with the picture.
Or not.
Posted.
How about we put truth there?
Oh, no one wants that online.
Just go ahead. Just be true.
No. But instead, encourage them to keep going and keep growing it.
All right. Well, you know what, Nikki? That's great advice. Keep going and keep growing.
Keep growing.
Keep going and keep growing.
That's you this year.
You know what? Welcome to 2021. Keep going, keep growing.
You might be thinking that this won't be quite as bad the second time around. Well, you'd be greatly mistaken. You're listening to the worst of the Riot podcast.
It's the mask phone. It's a filtered face mask with Bluetooth earbuds and Bluetooth remote buttons on the front of the mask. Want to hit play? Just tap your chin. Want to hit pause? Same chin.
Nice.
Want to turn the volume up? Just to the right of the chin.
Everything's there. That's the big part of the face mask.
Everything that you need. So the idea is, one, you can, oh boy, now you're really going to look insane. You go into a store with a hat on and a mask on, and you can be talking on the phone the whole time.
Well,
so you're just... You're wandering around with a mask, talking to yourself, seemingly.
They're saying that for some people, you use your time on the phone if you're walking around. But if you're walking around and you're having your face mask on, that's taking away from time that you're maybe doing some work. Or if you wear your earbuds a lot and that gets in the way or have a problem with the mask, then this is all there.
My earbuds don't get in the way of my mask.
They're hoping it does, so you would just buy this one.
So that you would buy it. But mask phone, there it is. It has a slot for replaceable PM 2.5 filters, and you can get this. They're actually offering a sale right now with $6 off.
How much is it total?
It's $49.
Oh, that's expensive.
Seems like a lot, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah.
And the thing about this is, I'm right on the verge of starting to triple mask. And so, how does triple masking compare to this?
I don't know what you're supposed to do then.
I know.
It's nice, though. It has noise cancellation. So it's kind of similar to any other earbud sort of thing. And mask.
You know the earbuds in that thing just...
Oh, I'm sure they're
the worst.
I don't want to use the trash word because that's a bit, a bit much. And it's not just because it's we use AirPods. It's not like that. It's just
trash.
They're not putting the best in there.
No. They have put in the lowest possible quality headphones, earbuds that they could in the mask phone.
So the mic and the mask uses environmental noise cancellation, but it also uses voice projection to make sure that you can actually be heard when you're making a phone call while wearing the mask.
Yeah. And those probably aren't even real technologies.
I think if you're a person who's always on the phone and you're always doing something and you're going in and out and you have to put a mask on and off, this actually might be good, but I don't think the audio part
Maybe it's just not for us.
Yeah, it's not anything amazing for us.
Well, it's out there. Mask phone. Turn your phone into a... No. Turn your mask into a phone.
So it's
phone not included.
$40?
$49.
$49. Too much.
Is it healthy eating so many snacks, chips, and Oreos every single morning? No, of course not. But they do it for you.
Too many guys got the stomach for this line of work.
That's real love. It's The Riot on Radio U.
Thanks, everybody, for the props on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever.
Follow Radio U. You should join us at Radio U Official on Instagram, Radio U, and Radio U Riot on Facebook to see what we just posted.
Yeah, so I am going to continue to grow my beard. Can I tell you, let's just have a little moment of honesty here, shall we? I don't really like the way I look, and I never have.
Sure.
Never.
So it's not like this is that's just something you've always dealt with.
I have been so jealous of the way other people look my whole life. Like thinner, better looking, more athletic. Like the list just goes on. If I could provide you a wish list 100 strong of things that I wish that I was, I'm actually trying as an adult to just be like I'll take a picture and be like, oh, don't post that. Don't show that. And it's like, bro, that's what you look like. Get over it. Like,
even though there's been nothing wrong with what you look like.
It's fine.
There's nothing wrong with it.
But I'm still just like, oh, there he is. Look at him. Here we go. So I'm just trying to just be like, you know what? It's cool. And it's something that, honestly, for myself, I'm trying to get together and in my relationship with God, because, you have to ask yourself at some point, do you believe that God made you? And I do. I have a friendship with God, and I believe that he made me and loves me as I am. So when I continue to look at myself and be like, not good enough, that's basically telling God, that guy you love that you put all that work into, he sucks. Like, whatever. So there's a little bit of an ideological war there. There's the idea of me not being happy with how I look and God being quite happy with how I look. How do you reconcile those two? Well, at some point, I just have to say I'm wrong, and I have to accept God's love for me as I am. I'm working on it. And I mean, again, I know I'm not like ugly, just disappointing.
Come on.
I'm just being, you know what I'm trying to do is I'm talking with you about it because I want you to know that if you feel like I do, or maybe you've just had a day where you feel that way. I don't feel that way about you. It's probably bad, but like I see people, I'm just like, hey, you're fine. I like you. What's wrong with you? You know what? God loves you. He loves me as we are, where we are right now. And if you've never experienced God's love for you, I want you to know it's not generic. It's not like I love you, but I'm really pretending to love you. But the reality of it is we all know your hair is the worst. It's not like that. He loves you as you are. And if you've never had a friendship with him to know that, you can start one and say, Jesus, I want that. I want you in my life. I want you to fill me with your spirit. I want to have a relationship with you. And I want to know what it's like to be loved. It's a good place to start. Let God love you. And man, if you have to stare in the mirror all day and tell yourself that you're loved to get it through your thick head into your heart, well, what else are you doing today?
Your lovely thick head.
Your lovely thick head. I mean, I do have a big head. And you know what? That's okay, too.
That's right.
If you missed out on the next Riot moment when it originally aired, you don't know how lucky you are. You're listening to the Worst of the Riot podcast.
What are we doing? Like, what are we doing that
we're doing the show, but are you saying just as a society?
I mean, now our pillows are political. There's the My Pillow guy that is just making lots of headlines. He's just all this stuff about what do you call it?
He was doing the voter
election
fraud
conspiracy,
stuff. Sure.
voter fraud, like all of this. Okay, all that. So we know what he thinks and what he's believing. I don't know the specifics, but whatever. So now if you have his pillow, then you've supported...
I have his pillow.
Well, Nikki, you support everything he's ever said, ever done, or believes because you have his pillow.
It's a nice pillow. I've had his pillow for a while now.
Well, way to go, Nikki.
I know.
You're part of the problem.
Is that it?
So now we've got a company that's out there, and they're going to start making a progressive pillow.
Wasn't that a joke, though, yesterday? Wasn't it was it a parody thing, or?
It might have started that way.
Oh, but someone wants to do it for real?
But somebody's actually doing it.
Our pillows can't do that. We can't fight like that.
How
can we heal if we're doing that about pillows?
Man, even forget about that. Like, who
cares?
Who cares?
You know what's actually something you should all try? Don't sleep with a pillow.
Well, now,
so why don't we try that?
Now you're just being ridiculous.
Then we don't need anything. Now you can still sleep with it on your side, and you can clutch and hold and cry into it. So you can still have your pillow for that side.
Still have your pillow time, okay.
But you don't have to sleep on your pillow. Like, it's not so good for you.
Says who?
I mean, that's just a thing, a chiropractic thing.
Okay. Says, no, like I need
it's
a
third
pillow.
Party.
I want a little pillow because, like as I sleep on my side, there's the differential between my shoulder and the mattress. So the pillow.
I'm just telling you, try it without it.
Now, sleeping on my back without a pillow is way more comfortable than you think it is.
Sure.
It's way more comfortable than you think it is. But on my side, not as much.
You want something.
I want to, just, it doesn't have to be a lot, just a little. And it also doesn't have to speak to me the realities of the universe as I lay on it.
It's not supposed to be that way.
I don't want...
You just choose the pillow that works for you no matter what.
I understand that we all have a responsibility to be wise consumers, think about what we put our money into and stuff. I totally get that. But at some point, I'm like, look, is there anybody in the world that just makes a pillow? Not the
or
progressive pillow or
sure.
the conservative pillow or the whatever pillow. Are you just a person that makes a really good pillow and I could buy that pillow and we could not talk about anything else?
Hey, that was the jelly bean pillow that we had that smelled like jelly beans, remember?
Yeah, okay.
That's it. There's no political side on that. That's just a sweet smelling pillow.
Like I want you and I to conduct business and then we're done with each other. Like, I am not responsible for the life that you go on and lead. I have not, facilitated you in any way. And you are not responsible for the sleep I'm getting. Like, I don't blame... If the pillow's bad, I blame you. But I don't blame you for the fact that I won't shut my tablet off at night. That's not the pillow's fault.
That's not it.
That's on me.
Now, you know that there are some people that are so into it that... That's not going to change their minds.
I know, it's crazy. That's what I'm saying.
It's not just the thing to them.
What are we doing? What are we doing? I don't know.
Well, we're going to keep trying to get more sleep. That's all we're trying to do.
I'll tell you what, I was at Costco yesterday. I almost bought another round of the pillows. They're 2 for $15.
Oh, I saw the display.
It's all the shredded leftovers from whatever. And that's what those pillows are. They're so great. They're so great. And well,
what someone would say, you'd think so.
Please don't tell me anything else I don't want to know. Just please stop there.
Are people really still listening to the Riot? You don't have work to do or laundry to fold or literally anything else to do? The Riot, RadioU.
So I said all I wanted to do this weekend was play games. And Nikki said, don't forget about the game. And the first thought I had was, is she talking about Final Fantasy?
No, football.
Football, yeah. I did take a look. Last year, the struggle was real going into Christmas looking for a game console. Like, they were so hard to find.
Yeah.
And yet...
Is it any better for PlayStations, or is it still hard?
I don't know, because I'm not looking, because,
You have one.
I have one.
Yes.
It's fine. But with that being said... it looks like they sold well. They say that with the PlayStation 5, they sold as many in its first quarter as the PlayStation 2 did. And the PlayStation 2 is their best-selling console of all time.
Oh, so PlayStation is saying that.
They're saying, hey, we're doing well.
Gotcha. Okay, so they're happy with the results for the PlayStation 5.
I believe the number that they were floating is about 5.4 million.
Sold or in store? Well, I guess all the ones in the stores were sold.
I was going to say,
sometimes they flood the stores
yes.
and they just sit there, but that's not the case with this. Sold is sold.
In this case, yeah.
Yeah, it's sold.
Later this year, maybe not, but right now, yeah. And in the middle of that, it looks like Xbox has done well, but they're about 1 million consoles behind.
So the new Xbox Series, that is 1 million units behind the new PlayStation.
Yeah. And so it's funny. I'm looking at this guy's tweet and he's like, it's not a matter of how many of you sold. It's just how many of you made. And they said that because however many you've made, that's how many you've sold.
I know a lot of people got the new Xbox and they seem happy with it. It's just, it wasn't as much noise last year as the PlayStation of people trying to find a PlayStation.
I will tell you that I did not find anyone that got an Xbox.
Oh, really?
I do not personally know a single person that got an Xbox Series X.
Because they're ashamed. They don't want to say anything.
They don't want to bring it up?
They don't want to bring it up to you.
Come to think of it.
They're keeping quiet on it since you're a PlayStation now.
Aside from Derek, who sold me mine because he had bought 2. Thank you, Derek. I don't think I know anyone else that owns a PlayStation 5. Like in my real life, actual social circles. But the other side of that is most of them are like, let's go play basketball.
Let's go have some activity.
We should go golfing. I'm like,
for real?
Yeah, I have everybody's golf at home.
That's not how they wanted to play.
I have an extra controller. Would you like to play?
Well, they sold well. I mean, they both did, but PlayStation, about 1 million more than the new Xbox.
So they're working on it. There's a couple of places I follow on Twitter, and they're all, every time orders go live, it's basically, you see them tweet, now available at blank, and then like 2 minutes later,
it's
sold
gone.
out.
That's it.
It's wild. But hey, I wish you the best of luck, whether you're trying to win the Super Bowl or just buy a PlayStation.
Worst of the Riot podcast.
Oh, Nikki.
Oh, Obi.
This is...
What'd you find?
I mean, I know it's me. I think it's probably you as well. I want to say hey to Jack, who posted this yesterday. She... posted this article from Glamour, which, you know, not my normal stomping grounds on the internet.
Doesn't mean we should say no to maybe something that could teach us something. We don't know.
Yeah, so you ready for this term?
Mm-hmm.
It will hit you right now. Revenge bedtime procrastination.
That's me.
And
I don't want to go to bed.
Do you know why? They say it's because
I have a bad attitude?
No. Yes.
At nighttime I do.
But not the reason you have a bad attitude is because you have not been giving yourself any time during the day.
That's
right.
And
so they say that at night, and dude, I've so felt this where you go to bed and you're like, I don't want to go to sleep because as soon as I go to sleep, it all starts over again.
And then you don't get any you time during the day. So when it gets to nighttime, that's finally a moment you have to yourself. But you're exhausted and you should be sleeping, but you don't want to. That's 100% it.
Yeah. So according to, and this is all in this article, Lori Santos, she's a doctor and director of the Comparative Cognition Lab at Yale. She says, quote, there's lots of research showing that feeling like you have a bit of free time is super important for well-being. So I worry that people are creating a vicious cycle by ruining what leisure time they do have by not getting enough sleep.
Yeah, that's totally right.
So I think as I get this, the idea would be that at some point you allow yourself some free time.
During the day.
During the day. And it's your time. And it's okay. Like if you want to use that time to watch a show or like whatever it is, you give yourself that time.
And then you won't be so mad at night.
Yeah.
You know when they're going to say the only time is then? At like 4 a.m. We just need to do it in the morning instead of at nighttime.
I don't think so. You're talking about morning disciplines.
Yeah.
No, she's talking about I can sit down and watch a show on Netflix if I want to.
I just don't get that time until the evening. And I really, especially on the weekends, man, I look forward to it. It's like, how late do we want to stay up? Let's do it.
Right. No, me too.
Even though there's still responsibilities. So what's the term? Because it's right.
It's so good. Let me scroll up. Revenge bedtime procrastination.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
we have it. Hands raised. Anybody else have it too? It's not just us. It can't just be us.
No, I know it's not. But I know that I'm in a bad place when I'm like, when I stay up because I don't want it to start over. I'm just like, no, please. Like as soon as I go to sleep, it all starts over again. Can't I just take a little time?
If you don't go to sleep and you stay up and you're just grumpy and mad, then you're falling in the same category we are, which is why we stay up a lot later than we should.
Yeah. There's that. The other thing I've been trying to do is I've got 1 day a week where I don't do any work at all.
Yeah.
I've been trying to do that. And that includes like no housework, no mowing the lawn, no shoveling the snow, no like whatever. And it's just like, no, you don't have to do that. I actually told somebody like, hey, could you help me Saturday? I was like, no.
Sorry, I can't do it.
Can't.
That's my day.
That's
so then you tell them, you're like, that's my day. So then I don't get mad at night. So sorry, guys.
I'm fighting revenge bedtime procrastination.
Oh, David texted, so that's me too. It hurts a little.
Yeah, it does. Well, now you got a name for it. And now we know that what you are really longing for is a little bit of free time.
That's it. Don't feel so bad for yourself then, because it's a feeling that's okay to feel.
We used to have a friend that declared a 4-hour space in the day that was all his time. That might be excessive.
That's the other way.
That's the other way.
That's one way, and then you could be the other side. We want to be right in the middle where you're getting a little bit more sleep than we currently are.
Find the part that works for you.
The Riot Radio U.
Nikki, how much do you want to make money?
I would love to make more money. More.
So you make some money, but like...
It would be nice to make more money, but not let it take over.
Now, I told Nikki a while ago, and I still believe this, that she'd be a fantastic drug mule.
People wouldn't question me?
Because people just love you, and you just go right through security and whatever.
They wave me through.
And it would be like, hey, this is fine. She's fine. Don't worry about it.
If there was a drug dog, it would still be like I'd have a connection with the doggy.
And he wouldn't care.
He wouldn't even tell on me. It'd be fine.
It'd be totally fine. And Nikki's just like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a drug mule.
I don't want to. I don't think that's the way I want to make some extra money.
Well, then you don't want the money enough.
That's right.
That's all I can tell you.
And I don't want to get in trouble because I know you'd eventually get in trouble.
All right. Well, here we go, Nikki. Here's a woman who was smuggling succulents.
Cactus stuff? Well, okay, wait. Now, I thought we were just talking about drugs, but what is there money in that or?
Apparently. See, like there's a bunch of stuff that
maybe it can't go into different countries and she's smuggling them in?
Can't go into New Zealand?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're pretty tight on stuff.
What do they have against succulents?
Yeah, but that will take over their structure of their plants and stuff.
Why don't you just leave it in a pot?
Oh, no. Someone's going to be like, oh, I can't take care of it anymore and throw it outside, out back. And then it just grows and takes over.
And then it just suddenly goes from Rohan to Mordor? Just like that?
And then
snap your fingers?
Next time you go to New Zealand and you want it to look like Middle Earth, it doesn't anymore because it's been overgrown by different plants that weren't, naturally in that area.
Why are there all these cacti? Where are the rolling hills?
We have that here. There's certain things you're not supposed to bring in.
Well, you know what, Nikki? I feel like this is a good thing for you because this will enable you to, make money, but like it's not drugs.
It's not drugs. So I don't is it the same punishment or is it not as bad?
Let's see.
It looks like drugs when I'm looking at the picture.
It actually does.
When you said succulents, I thought, are they in a little pot? It's like little clips of succulents. It's to then people plant it from there.
They were strapped all over her body.
Oh, it's endangered cacti also. She wanted to smuggle them into New Zealand. I could deal with this. 100 hours of community service.
I mean, you're practically doing that now.
I'm fine.
You guys wonder why Nikki won't leave the show?
That's community
It's part of her. It's part of her probation.
You weren't ever supposed to say.
Well, I'm just trying to make it clear for people. So when I say to Nikki 100 hours of community service, she's like, that's only like 2 weeks.
So she was caught bringing in, Wendy was, plants and seeds from China into New Zealand. They were seized. This was on 2 occasions in 2019.
Well, I'm just telling you that I have perhaps another way.
Wow. This is something. She stuffed 947 cacti and succulents into stockings, strapping them on her body. The hoard contained 8 endangered and threatened species that were worth more than 10,000 New Zealand dollars. And they said it would be responsible for biosecurity for the area. So she was sentenced.
Wow.
That's a lot. That's a thing then.
So she has to go spend time with Gandalf.
She was attempting to dispose of the plants in the toilets after she attracted the attention of a police dog, and they found the rest still on her.
So she was flushing them.
She was trying to flush them all down.
Somebody's having a hard time over there.
What's going on? How many flushes are you going to do?
That's a lot of flushes, man.
And you don't want to say anything, but it's like constant flushing. It's just lots of noise. It's like, wow. You're drawing attention to the police and the police dogs.
The worst of the riot is over, but the fun can keep going.
Hey, I saw you checking out my goods.
Check the Riot blog or stalk us on social media.
You want to sample them? A little try before you buy, huh?
Through riot.radiou.com.
This saves the earth. What about my gluten allergy?